have an announcement. We're going to do this whole thing kind of like a virtual DVD. Basically, that means you guys are going to help us pick what we're going to talk about. And Brian's going to actually be reading live the script that he's got. So it's kind of like a production in a way. Chris is our cameraman back here. Ready, Brian? In 3, 2, and action.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, good afternoon and welcome. We're coming to you live from the Golden Nugget Room of the beautiful Holiday Inn located in sunny Anaheim, California. The Extinct Attraction Club is pleased to welcome you to this very special event, the Tiki Room Tribute Party. I'm your cordial announcer, Brian Summer.
This is not planned.
It's never planned.
I know how you feel, Bob.
We're honored to have Bob Gurr here. Let's give a round of applause.
Oh, you
Bob and Dave talk here.
I can follow this, yes. We were working with Stouffer's, the food company, and somehow meeting after meeting, this is not written in the books anymore, by the way, Walt and Charlie Stouffer hated each other worse and worse every meeting. Going back into all the kinds of things that we were developing different kinds of ideas for animation of all kinds. And some of it was very, very crude, some of it was very, very simple. Remember, this was all before the World's Fair, where we did a lot of work on a lot of the shows. So if you remember Disneyland up around 1960, there wasn't a lot of what you call high-tech stuff. You go out by the rivers of America, and we had an Indian out there, and the Indian would go, oh, wagga wagga, and it was like animation, that's what we had.
Oh, right, okay, it's like meeting everybody. Right, okay.
Small world out there.
Wait, we can afford to buy a board.
One of the technician's desks.
Yeah, right.
Something that I learned from Mr. Kevin Kidney, who's here now. Let's say hi to Kevin. Kevin has done the Tiki drummer here in the middle. He's done the bird there and countless other artwork. You can now see him and Jody's artwork in the Disney Gallery, which is really, really incredible. And Kevin in our Tiki Room video is pretty much the glue that holds everything together. I mean, we interviewed Harriet Burns and Blaine Gibson and Rolly Crump and Bob and Alice and all those wonderful legends. But Kevin did so much research on the Tiki Room when he was doing their art pieces for the 50th anniversary that I went to his house, got to interview him, and he really is the glue on our Tiki Room story. He lets us know, he fills in all the cracks and things like that. And one of the most interesting things that I learned from him was for the 1964 World's Fair, they were going to do a Tiki Room called Legends of the Enchanted Isle. And it's really awesome material, and I learned it from Kevin. And Brian actually recorded a track for you, and Tony, if you would keep the volume pretty loud, we're going to watch this track called track number 7 here. And it's about, this is actually the promotional script for the 1964 Legends of the Enchanted Isle, which the art was done by Mark Davis. And I asked Alice Davis yesterday, actually, when I saw her at Disneyland, about it, and she said that Mark was already very excited about doing this newer version of the Tiki Room before the Tiki Room even was done, really. It was just coming to be, and they were already going to do a better version. So this is a section recorded by our announcer, Brian Summer, and I want to thank Kevin for cluing us in on this incredible historical facts. And here they are, and Tony, make sure the volume's nice.
Walt Disney and WED Enterprises have conceived a dramatic theatrical production based on the first full-scale audio animatronic show for Coca-Cola at the New York World's Fair. Incorporating all the exciting entertainment and push-button tape programming of Walt Disney's Legends of the Enchanted Tiki at Disneyland, the Coca-Cola show will be presented in a spectacular stage setting designed to create the atmosphere and mood of a tropical paradise. An island paradise literally surrounded by water on the stage of the theater. As in the Disneyland show, tropical legend and fantasy will play a key role for this adventure and entertainment for Coca-Cola. The cast of several hundred birds, flowers, and tikis will once again come to life through the marvels of audio animatronics.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's with great honor that we present Disney legend and internationally known performer, Wally Vogue.
My goodness, you are all starting and looking at me. We'd better start the show. Rolling anyhow. And then the Spanish will say, Megan, ole, ole, it's Calypso time. I want you to know that I was very happy when Donald Novus, who's a friend of mine I worked for over a year with him in Australia, and Donald very luckily came in about 2 weeks, and he was a friend of Walt Disney, and Walt told him, he said he'd like to have a comic, so he mentioned me, and so he said, would you like to come out and have a little, see what you can do.
Now see, that's what's awesome about doing this kind of work, because you know the shows, you know Tiki Room, you've all ridden it several times. The next time you go to the Tiki Room, you'll look at the cages a little bit differently, because you see what Bob talked about. You'll see the tongues moving a little bit differently than you did. You'll hear Wally's voice, and it becomes a much more personal experience. And as you go through the park, because of these guys, it makes everything different in Disneyland. It makes it that much more special. Okay, get ready for Richard Sherman here. Let's listen to Richard. And then we're going to sing Tiki Room after he's done.
Okay, when are you going to write this Calypso? I need it right now, because this is the thing. Explain what this show is all about. 4 parrots will sing it, and all this stuff is being heaped on us in a matter of minutes, really. So we, Quick Like a Bunny, wrote a little song, and Larry wrote some gags to go with it. And the main chorus, everybody knows by now. It's the longest running show at the park, really, audio animatronic show. Welcome to our tropical hideaway, you lucky people, you. If we weren't in the show starting right away, we'd be in the audience.
Went really well. We had a great turnout. I think we had about 170 people. We were about 50 people over capacity. We ran out of tables. We had them sitting in the aisles, and everyone came up and had an awesome time, and I can't wait for the next event, and we'll see you June 2nd right here at the Holiday Inn for the Magic Makers Presents the Disneyland Railroad Story.